people.
Let me switch gears, Congressman, ask you about Bo Bergdahl. You began hearings last week on the subject, the release of our one soldier for 5 Taliban detainees. What have you learned?
Well, what we learned from that hearing was that they broke long-term precedent. They did negotiate with terrorists. We're less safe than we were a couple of weeks ago because of that. They kept Congress in the dark for months in violation of the law. And I'm really concerned that based on what they were telling us, that they feel that they can be able to do this again. Those were very bad guys that they let out of Guantanamo. They came to Congress a couple of years ago and briefed us that they were starting talks, working toward peace with the Taliban, and that they were working on releasing these 5 guys to get Sergeant Bergdahl back. There was a lot of pushback in a bipartisan way from members of Congress. They didn't think we should release these guys and give them a chance to get back into the fight to kill more Americans and Afghans. But they, when they started the negotiations again, they didn't bring Congress into the loop. They told 80 to 90 people, at least that's the number that they've given us, in the White House, in the State Department, the Department of Defense, Justice Department, but felt like they couldn't tell a single elected member of Congress who have jurisdiction for oversight on this issue about what they were doing. It violates the law, a law that we just passed last November or December.
Congressman, it's so extraordinary. I mean, what do you think the president's game plan is? Why go around Congress with such an important situation, particularly as you say, and so many have said before you, that these guys are really bad guys? What's the president's game plan, do you think? Why would he do this?
I don't know. They haven't been able to answer that. I think he just felt like he knows what's best, and the rest of us just better get in line. But there's bipartisan feelings against this. In fact, they explained that the president signed that law that we passed, that they had to give Congress 30 days notice. He signed the law and said, but it's not constitutional. It was pointed out by Adam Smith, my ranking member, the top Democrat on the committee, who is an attorney, that until that law is tested by the Supreme Court, it is the law of the land, and they basically violated the law.
Unbelievable. Well, it appears he wants to close down Guantanamo, whatever it takes, on his watch. Sir, good to have you on the program. Thank you so much.